guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, my name's Alyssa. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a time when I had the awesome opportunity to pitch my idea in front of executive level employees at a Fortune 500 company at 20 years old, which just sounds so freaking crazy. Like, not a lot of 20-year-olds can say that they did that, so I know I was extremely blessed and lucky to have that opportunity. But before we get into that, don't forget to go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment down below. And don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you can be the first to know when I upload my video each week. Now, let's get to talking, friends. So Keith and I had been looking for different UI, UX internship positions, and this is how I know that God was involved in this process, because he had been looking on like LinkedIn, and I was looking on other platforms, and he came across one for graphic design for AutoZone and at their corporate headquarters in Tennessee. And so how I know that this is God was because whenever he talked to the lady that had posted that job, she actually said that they were out of graphic design internship positions, but they did have some more spots for marketing. And so your girl had just came out of being a biology and pharmacy major, just switched schools, and I was just getting into the whole like computer science realm. Marketing never crossed my mind, and it was never on my radar. So when he said marketing, I was like, me? Marketing? Probably won't work. But I decided to put it in God's hands and do it anyway. But spoiler alert, friends, I actually love marketing now, and I'm super excited to find like a digital marketing job so I can take like the UX, UI, web design, graphic design with marketing, slap it together, have a lovely child called my career. Anyway, I'm weird. So in this video, I'm not going to be talking about my entire experience with the internship, but if you do want that video, you can go ahead and click right here and let me know, because if you do, I definitely will make that video. In order for me to get this internship, I actually went through 4 rounds of interviews. So not 1, not 2, not 3, but stinking 4 rounds. And I was so terrified. Oh my gosh, I remember being in the library, like having these bunches of sheets of papers out and like trying to figure out what I'm gonna say, studying the company, and like doing all this other stuff to prepare for these interviews. And it was crazy because on the day that I got the offer, I actually, 20 minutes later, I actually got another internship opportunity. It was a graphic design internship that my graphic design teacher had recommended me for, which that was so sweet. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. So I went from having 0 internships to 2 in like 20 minutes. It was crazy. And I was like, there's no way that this is real. I was like, I feel like I'm being punked. Like, Ashton Kutcher, where are you at right now? So I accepted the AutoZone job offer, and the AutoZone internship was completely different than your average internship. So it was extremely structured. You got hands-on experience, and it wasn't like your typical intern experience where they're like, hey, Joe, get us some coffee. So the internship program had a lot to offer, and these are just a few of them that was mentioned on the website, but there was a lot more than just that. All 60 interns had to come up with an idea to help AutoZone, and that idea was going to be pitched in front of, I think it was the managers, your department, and anyone else in the like corporate office building that wanted to come see. Because then on top of that, they said that the top 5 ideas would be able to pitch that idea in front of executive level employees and even the CEO if you could make it. So we were all like, oh my gosh, what do we do? Like, so much stress, because then you have to figure out like what idea you had. And it wasn't even like it had to be just a good idea, but it had to be an idea that you could actually implement. And so the idea that I actually landed on was different ways to get Gen Z more involved into AutoZone. I'm not going to tell you all the stuff or all the ideas within that, because that's with the company now. Your girl's not crossing any lines here. For round 1, they did, it was split up into 2 days, where the first group went and then the second group went. And so I think I was in the second group, which is even more intimidating because you just saw everyone the day before and everyone the day of. Like, you're watching them and you're just sweating. You're like, oh my gosh, I am about to die. I met with a bunch of different people from different departments, and just I was meeting with people left and right. Like, my schedule was just like meeting here, meeting there, meeting everywhere. And I'm like, wow. In my opinion, I felt like the idea that you present to them should be something that you actually care about, and it shouldn't be something that you're just gonna like, okay, well, I think this is good. I was trying to figure out what's an idea that I actually care about and that I would actually want to see change in. So that was very interesting. Whenever I did my internship, I actually worked for the rewards program, and I practiced with them, and they were so helpful. They gave me a lot of good advice, a lot of good tips, and stuff that I actually still use to this day. I practiced with them so much, like so much, and especially with one of my coworkers, Val. If you're watching this, Val, I love you and I miss you, and you were super awesome and super helpful. I practiced to my teammates, I practiced to other interns, I practiced to Keith, I practiced in the mirror, I recorded myself practicing. The day came and I was very nervous. I was just sitting there shaking in my boots, technically heels, but I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this, because like you sit there and you're watching everybody else go in front of you, and people are asking these hard questions. Like the people that were there, they were asking some very tough, tricky questions. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I might just melt if they ask me something and I don't know the answer. What was even more nerve-wracking was like they had like this sheet of paper that had everybody's names and the order that they were gonna go. And you're sitting there and you're seeing these names go 1, 2, 3, and you're just like, oh gosh, it's me, I'm next. And so then they call my name and I get up there and I'm like bugging out. And I'm telling you, when it was done, I felt so freaking free. Like my brain just kind of like and relaxed. And I was like, okay, it's done. I'm free. I can move on and get back to my other work. And I honestly didn't think that I was going to make it to the second round. Like I genuinely did not think I was going to make it. And so I got back to my desk. I closed out all my tabs that had all my research in it. I just kind of like closed everything up and went on about my business. I'm telling you, 100% did not think I was going to get it. Me and a couple of other interns one day, I think it was maybe like a week later. Nope, I don't think it was a week, maybe a couple of days. We got an email from the intern manager. She was just kind of like, hey, can you guys make it to this meeting? And we're like, okay, let's go. And so we get there and there's like maybe 7 of us. And I was like, oh no, Alyssa, there's no way you actually got it. I really didn't think I was gonna get it, like at all. Typically what they do is like, it's the top 5 people, but this year there were so many people that had overlapping ideas that they decided to put those who have similar ideas in either a pair or a group. And so I got paired with, I'm not gonna say his name, but let's say his name is Tyler. The reason why I chose Tyler is because The Bachelor's coming on in like 30 minutes, so his name's gonna be Tyler. Basically, me and Tyler had similar ideas, but they both went together very well. I had a list of different things that I suggested, and he had like one piece to that, so they put us together. So it was very interesting to pair our different presenting styles together. So I'm a very expressive presenter is what I'm gonna call it. Theater kid, that's why. And he was more reserved and straight to the facts. So it was very interesting to put our ideas and our presenting styles together in a way that was cohesive and made sense. And so we spent a lot of time afterwards just working together. We like had meetings during our lunch breaks and we were just working and stressing. Yeah, we had a week to prepare for the second round of pitches. So as me and Tyler are practicing and getting ready to present our stuff, my manager actually came to me and told me that they wanted me to present my old pitch. I'm gonna call the original pitch the old pitch, to everybody on my entire floor in an open forum kind of thing. I can't remember what the actual term was. Maybe it was open forum, I just don't remember. But it was like this room with a bunch of people. At least with the first pitch, when I first did it, it was like the stage is right here and then everybody else starts back here. But no, for this thing, it was like podium, everybody just surrounding you. Once I did the old pitch in front of all those people, it helped me a lot with my nervousness and stage fright whenever I got ready to do the pitch again. It was really crazy because that week I was meeting with Tyler, working on our pitch together, and then I was also practicing my old pitch. And so literally my brain was split. So I was practicing old pitch versus new pitch, and I'm like, after open forum, I think I have like a day or 2 to practice, and then the big round of pitches come through. And guess who has to go first? Oh, I'm getting flashbacks. Oh, man. I was so scared. And I thought I was nervous for open forum in the first round. I was like petrified when it came to the second round. And so the practice and the preparation to do the second round of pitches was even more intense because I was literally practicing with anybody I can get my hands on. I was like, mentor, I need you. Other interns, I need you. Manager, I need you. And all that practice helped in the end. And I was literally asking my mentor, I'm like, I hear that you ask the hard questions. Please give me the hard questions, because everyone that I was talking to, they were always like, yeah, the CEO and those, the other employees, they ask some hard questions. So be ready. Makes sense, because you don't want these ideas to come and the person hasn't really thought through it and how much money it's going to cost and the ROI on it, if it's even worth looking into and if they even thought it through. So it makes sense why they ask the hard questions, but I was petrified. I was like, I'm going to melt into a puddle and then just blow away. I was asking everyone to give me hard questions. I was like, please be devil's advocate and rip my pitch apart. Tell me what questions you would have. So I had like all these answers ready in my head. I was like, okay, they're gonna ask some hard questions and I'm ready for it. All the other interns were just as nervous. And I was like, oh my goodness. Because at least with the first round of pitches, some of the interns were like, it's fine, we've got this. I'm not nervous at all. So you can like, okay, he's not stressing, so maybe I should turn it down. But no, all of us were up there. We were all stressing, very nervous. We started doing the pitch and we were up there on the stage doing it. Everything was going very smooth. In my head, I envisioned them to be very like straight-faced and just kind of like, But surprisingly, they were like smiling, nodding their heads. And I was like, wow, well, this is different than what I had in my head. And when it came down to asking questions, remember, I had prepared for all these hard questions. So whenever they asked us a question that was easier, me and him, we both looked at each other and we're like, we didn't prep for this. Tyler was very good at responding like boom, 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 got them in, got them out. And I answered some questions, and by the grace of God, some like really good ones came out of me, and I was like, thank you, Lord. Everyone else did their pitches and it was fantastic. Everyone had some really good ideas. And what's really cool is that they actually started implementing some of the strategies and ideas that we had. The employees were so, you could tell that they were very thankful for all the hard work and effort that we put into this. And in the end, they surprised us and gave us all free tickets to a Redbirds game. I think it was like box seats. And I was like, yo, that's really cool. But overall, I had a fantastic experience with my internship. And if you're looking for an internship, I highly suggest AutoZone, because I learned so much there. And it wasn't even just like things that they're just straight up showing you, but it was the things that you picked up along the way. And I was really blessed to have a really awesome manager who took time to get to know me and to figure out what was best for me and what I needed from that internship. As you can hear, my voice is going out, which means I need to wrap this bad boy up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want to see that separate video about my entire internship experience. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!